right, everybody, we're gonna work on some butts. And hopefully it's yours. All right. Not mine. Okay, no, you cannot work on my butt. I have to do that myself. Right. So, Em and I are gonna do just a butt warm-up for starters. Okay, and so what I want you to do is put your weight on your left foot, left leg, and find your balance, find your center, and you all know how to do that. Get nice and tall, work your abdominals, and then you're just going to place your right foot back behind you, just a little bit, and just kind of rest your foot back there on its own big toe. And from here, all you're going to do is go into a nice butt squeeze by making your knee go straight. You should be able to do that and wake that glute muscle up, and then you're just going to let it go soft. Now you get a squishy butt. And then you're going to go back, and then you get a hard butt now.
I sure do.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the whole idea, so Em's right on board. All right, and then we're going to come back now. We got a squishy butt. How's that?
Yep.
Okay, it's all squishy. Okay, and then we're going to go back, find that hard butt. You might find your quad is in the front here is activated also, but really fire into that glute because we're just trying to warm it up. And let's do just another 3. Then we'll turn around and do it on the other side. So here we go. Taking that leg back behind, squeeze into the glute, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then let it relax. And then again, take it back, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, it's getting so firm. And then relax it. And then last one, take it on back and squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, contract it, and then relax. Okay, about face. I'm going to stand up on the right leg. That's going to be your pillar. And get your balance, get your alignment. Everything's up nice and tall and straight. And then just anchor your big toe onto the floor of your left foot. And same as before, we're going to take the left leg back now into straight leg and fire into your glute. And then relax. And also you might again feel that your quad is activating. So here we go. Take it back, squeeze that glute, contract it, and then relax. You might notice that one side is more available than the other. Here we are, squeezing, firm butt. And my right one is more available than my left one. So it means the left one just needs a little more work to wake it up. And relax, and take it back again. Now it's turning on. And relax. Let's do 3 more. And take it back. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. And relax. 2 more. Take it back. And there we go. And last one. So that glute is awake. Been sitting on your butt for too long. It's just going to get squishy. And it's not going to know how to wake up and do its work for you. So we cannot let that happen at any cost. So now what we're going to do is we're still going to be sideways to the mirror. And you're going to lean on over into a little bit of a baby squat. And then you're going to shift your weight over to your right leg. And you're going to take that left leg and you're going to put it on back behind you a little bit just to get it out of the way. Push it away. Then I want you to push back into your right hip. Push back, push back, push back, push back until you've created a situation where your right shin is straight up and down. As you do that, try not to put too much weight on your left leg. We're loading up the right leg, and that's where our target is. Tuck your tail a little bit. Should feel your butt getting kind of tired here. So push back, and just reach your arms. I'm going to have my left arm down so I can see you a little bit. All right, and push back, push back. You want to make sure that you're not rolling to the outside edge of your foot, that your left big, no, that's the right one, right big toe knuckle is pressing into the ground. You'll feel your arch working. Now, from here, we're going to stand up. I'm getting a little shaky already. And I want you to stand up through your right leg, don't use your left. And here we go, up 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 we go. How'd that go, Em?
That was tough.
Did you feel that butt?
I sure did.
Did you feel my butt?
I'm not going to feel your
No,
butt.
she didn't feel
It's
my
very
butt.
nice, but no.
Okay. All right, we're going to do that again 2 more times on this right leg. So you're putting your weight again on your right leg, and you can actually put your fingers right kind of at the joint crease as a way to guide your right hip back. So Here we go. Push the right hip back, push it back, push it back. Bring yourself back so your shin is straight up and down. And tuck your tail under, anchor your big toe. Stay put. Keep the weight on your right leg as long as you can, or as much as you can. And reach your arms forward. Reach the arms, push the hip back. Reach the arms, push the hip back. And stay here for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And stand up through your right leg. Stand up through the right leg. Excellent. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
It should be a lot of work. If it's not a lot of work, check it out, you're not doing it right. And I can't even see you to correct it, but you'll have to figure it out. All right, one more time on this side, then we'll turn around and do the other leg. Okay. Bring your weight to your right leg again, and push your hip back. Right hip goes back. Anchor your big toe. Keep the shin straight up and down. A little tail tuck will do ya. And try to hold that, reach your arms forward. Push your hip back, reach your arms forward. Push it back, way back. Sorry. That was stupid. And then stand up. Here we go. Up through the right leg. And you guys are awesome. All right, let's check it out on the other side. So place your weight on your left leg. The right leg is not working for you. It's just out of the way. All right, remember we found that joint crease? You can put your fingers there and just use your fingers to guide your hip back. So your weight is on your left leg, push your left hip back, anchor your big toe into the floor on your left foot. Push back, whoops, I'm rolling over. Push back, and reach your arms forward. You should feel lots of work in your left glute on your backside. So hold for 3, 2, 1, and now stand up through your left leg. Don't use your right. That's a lot. Em says that's a lot. All right, 2 more times. Put the weight on your left leg, push your left hip back, sit back, shin goes straight up and down. Your big toe is in the floor, pushed into the floor. So you're gonna feel your arch, muscles in your foot are working. Push back, reach your arms, and check it out that you breathe in, and 3, 2, 1, and stand up through that left leg. You all right?
Yes.
Okay, good. You all right? I hope so. And if you're not, then just take a rest. You don't have to do anymore if you're not all right. Last one. Push the hip back. That would be your left hip. Push your hip back, push your hip back, push your hip back. Reach your arms forward. Push your hip back. Most of the weight is on your left leg. Anchor your big toe into the ground. Push back, push back, push back, push back. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and stand up through your left leg. Awesome. That was pretty good.
Great.
Yeah, but
You're
it's
there.
so tight now. It's amazing. Okay, so what I want y'all to do now, I think it would be a good idea to stand side, no, for enemy to stand sideways to you guys, and just take your right leg back behind, and then squeeze it again like we did at the beginning, and then relax it. And just make sure that it can relax, that it's soft. We don't want a muscle to stay contracted or tightened. We want to come back to normal. Okay, and just one more time. Contract, and then relax it. Change sides. Put your weight on your right leg. Take your left leg back behind, and push back behind with a contraction, and then relax it. Make sure it's back to normal, and then extend back again, and then relax it, and we're back. So that was a nice little activity for the glute, and we'll be back in a second with more fun. Okay, we're back. I'm going to have you work your glutes again, just in a variation of what we've already practiced. So here's what we're going to need. Sometimes in the gym we use these things. They're kind of like a furniture slider. If you have a furniture slider at home, then you can use that, and it should kind of slip around on the floor or the rug. If you don't, if you have any kind of mailing that's coming to your house or cardstock that has a little gloss on it, actually that's going to slide around on the floor. And if you don't have any of that stuff available, you don't need to use it at all. so I'll show you both ways. So you can use what you want, but I'll show you what the real exercise should look like. And that is that you put the slippery thing on your one foot. We're going to put it under the right. You're going to start with your weight on your left leg in that case. And we're going to shift the hip back. Remember how we put the fingers at the joint crease and push the hip back, and you're going to let that leg slide way out to the side. Okay? Now as I do that, I want to not shift counter to it. I don't want to rotate with it. I want to square on forward to the forward plane of the wall or whatever you're facing. All right, and now what we got to do is we got to use your glute. Now we got to use your leg and stand up. Em went way down low. I don't know how she did that, but
I thought you were lower than I was.
well, no, I'm sure you were lower. Anyway,
Pretty low.
okay. So if you don't have a slider, maybe you could use a piece of wax paper or something like that if you're in your kitchen. But you can just slide out and pull yourself back up again. Or if you don't want to use that, you just tap your foot out to the side and then stand up. Okay, so we have very many varieties. So I think I'll start, since you guys might not have a slide, I'm going to just start with a cardstock glossy thing that we had hanging around here. And Em's going to use the slide, and we'll just demonstrate we can do it either way. Okay, you ready? Let's just do 5 of them. Okay. I think that might be plenty. Okay. Again, we're trying to find the glute on the stance side. Trying to stay facing forward, squared up, not doing a rotation. Only go down as far as you're able to and maintain control. And then as well, remember the whole idea is to push your hip back. That left one would be in this case. And then find your glute muscle. All right, so you ready to give it a try? Here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to slide the right leg out to the side. Push the left hip back, and then stand up. So it all happened in the left leg. Did you leave your slide back over on the side? Stand up tall in your left leg once more. Shift your left hip back, slide your leg out to the side, the right one that is, and then pull back up again. All the work's happening on the left side. And again, push it out and bring it up. You're going to get a nice stretch on the right inner leg. And again, out we go, roar, and lift it up. And one more to go, out we go, and then pull it up. Nice job, Em.
All right. Great.
We are pretty awesome as a team. Okay, next. Same deal, Leo. You're gonna remember that you're kind of finding the joint crease on your right leg this time, and you push back through that right side. Let's give it a go. You can stop this video anytime and just practice it for a few, and then get up to speed, and then you can check in with the video. Okay, so my weight's on my right leg, Em's weight is on her right leg, and we're gonna push the right hip back, and uh-oh, my slide is stuck. And push your hip back, push your hip back. Chest stays square forward, and then stand up, use your glute, use your glute. Push it out to the side with the left leg. Push back through the right leg, and stand up. And again, push back, and hello, and stand up. My left leg is stronger than my right. And push back, and stand up. And we got one more to do. And push back, and stand up. And my right leg is feeling stronger. It came on board, came online. I love that. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're on. Okay, you probably noticed that we're on the floor. We're not standing up anymore. We need a rest for 2 seconds. All right, so we're gonna work on bridging in the usual way that we do at GAF. I hope you didn't forget, but I'll remind you. We're going to do it with a ball or a pillow, something you can squeeze between your knees so that you feel your inner leg muscles working. Okay, we're lined up nicely. Em and I are diagonal in the room, but that's for the sake of this video. And otherwise, we'll be squared up in the room. And you're going to raise your toes up, dig your heels into the floor, and pull yourself towards your heels. That's going to activate your hamstrings on the back of your legs. And dig in and pull. Try not to overdo the contraction in the front of the shins. Just find it in your hamstrings, meaning the back of your legs. All right. Then what we're going to do is lift. It's like we get a car jack under our hips, pushing us up. So we're going up into the bridge. Keep pulling the heels. Push your knees away from you. Lift up a little more. Get that car jack underneath you, lifting your hips up. All right. And push your knees, pull your heels, push your knees, pull your heels. And then come on down. Back to the floor, take a little rest. You're gonna get rid of the ball for a second, and then you're gonna take your left ankle and cross it over your left leg. Yep. All right, and we're gonna bring the knees up to the chest. And this is just gonna stretch out your glute a little bit, get it happy to cooperate for the next work. You can roll around on your back a little bit and reverse the direction of the roll. And then let's take the left leg and put it up towards the ceiling or towards the wherever. And you're going to get a little stretch on the back of the leg. Hamstring is going to be overly or well involved in this exercise, so let's give it a good stretch. Then let's do the other side. So cross your right ankle above your left knee, pull the knees up. You can rock side to side, you can roll around on your back, anything to just let things go. Then place your left foot on the floor, take your right leg up into a nice stretch. Don't overdo it. Maybe your leg can only go to here. That's okay. Just go wherever your leg allows. Don't force it. All right. Okay, that's done. Bring both feet to the floor and take the ball, bring it back between the knees, give it a squish, feel the inner leg muscles, engage your abdominals. Toes up, heels dig. All right, and we're going to do 10 of the bridges that we just practiced a moment ago. All right. Pretend there's a car jack under your hips that's kind of propping you up. All right, pull with your heels, dig in with your heels, and 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Up for 1, and stop at the top. Feel everything cranking, and then come down without touching. Don't let go of the contractions back there. And then take it up again, and come on down, and up for 3, and up for 4. You can raise your arms up if your shoulders are getting involved, because they shouldn't. There's 5, and we got 6, and we got 7, going for 10, 8, work your abdominals as well, 9, and 10. And take a rest. How'd you do, Ann?
That was excellent.
You are excellent. There's no doubt about it. All right, take your left leg up into a hamstring stretch just for a second and do some ankle circles. Might as well while we're there. Reverse the circle. Don't go too fast. All right. Okay, let's change legs. Stretching out the right hamstring. Create your circles with your right ankle. Round we go. Emma's going slower than me. She's being good. The slower, actually, the better. And reverse that. Taking it back, taking it back. And that's fine. Bring the leg back down. Now, here comes the hard stuff. And I'll show it to you. If you don't want to do the hard stuff, if it's too much, then just repeat what Em and I just did a moment ago. Just 10 reps up and down with equal weight distributed on your legs, through your legs, I should say. But what we're going to do, or try to have you do, is again, dig your heels into the floor, pull yourself towards your heels. I want you to squish the ball, bring your feet maybe a bit closer together, and lift yourself up. So both butt muscles are working. What I want you to do is relax one side and load up the other side more. So I've let my right butt relax, and my left one is working harder. I'm still trying to pull the heel so the hamstring in the back is working. All right, and so the right leg is quiet and nice and calm. And then if you can, you're going to raise your leg up and hold it for 3, 2, and 1, and come on back down to the floor. Distribute your weight evenly back to where we started from. Then we're going to shift over to your right glute to do the work. Tighten up that side, relax your left side. Really load up that right side so that you're able to lift your left leg up without dropping your hips down. So 3, 2, and 1, and then come back to the center. We're just going to do this one more time. If you need a rest, take a rest. If you don't, stay with me. Okay, so I'm centered again. I'm going to shift my weight and contraction over to the left. I'm going to relax my right and engage my abdominals, and then take your your right leg up. Stay high through the bridge. 3, 2, and 1. Come down, almost done. Back to the center, and shift your work to your right side. Relax your left side. Stay high through your bridge, and take the left leg up. And hold that there for 3, 2, 1. Come on down to the floor. Come back to the center, and then slowly lower yourself back down to the floor. Take the ball away. Phew. Did you survive?
Barely.
Me too. This was hard. No cramping though going on.
No.
You may feel sometimes that the hamstring is going to want to cramp up, and that's fine for you to stop and avoid that, and just take that into a little massage or a little stretch, and then come back to it and see if the leg will perform. Okay. I'm going to shift positions now. So we have one more exercise to go over. I'm going to stop the video for a second, and Em and I will get organized. Be right back. Bye. Are you there? Bye. Okay, sorry for the delay. It took Em and I forever to set this one up. Just kidding. So you can see the star of the show is Emily. She's on the floor. She's got her feet up on the wall, and what she's trying to do is actually create a 90-degree angle at her knee and at her hip. All right, and so she kind of looks like a table. We could have a picnic on her legs. All right, and then from here, you may not be able to see it, but she's got an orange ball that's in there, squished between her knees, and that's on purpose. It didn't just happen. And so she's going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And at the same time, now she's going to create a downward force through her feet. And folks who have done this with me before are going to know or remember this, but other folks who haven't seen this before, what we're trying to do is activate your hamstrings. So Em, can you show where your hamstrings are? Yeah, the back of the legs, okay? So when she pulls down, her feet are not moving, she's just creating a downward force, and the hamstrings kick in on that. Okay, and now she's gonna do a little pelvic tilt and barely raise her hips up off of the ground. So even a little bit more than that so we can see it. Okay, so the lighting's not that great, but her hips are up off of the floor. And now she's ready to go. So she's got the ball squeezed, she's got her hips off the floor, and she's got both legs pulling down to find both hamstrings. Her feet are fairly close together. And what she's going to try to do is, without shifting, is take her right foot off of the wall just a tiny little bit. Yeah, so I didn't see any shift, so that was really awesome. And now she's going to put the foot back on the wall and come back to force on both feet, and then take the left foot off the wall without a shift. Yeah, it's harder on one side probably than the other. Now she's going to put her left foot back, come to center, both legs are active, and she's going to take the right one off. And go nice and slow, exactly like what she's doing, and then put the foot back on the wall. Remember, you're still lifted a little bit off the floor with a pelvic tilt, and then you can just continue. So the left foot's going to come off, and she puts it back on. She's working the back of her legs, yeah? She's still creating that downward force. She's still got the pelvic tilt. She's still got the ball squeeze going on. And I know she's not tightening up her shoulders. And I know there's not a chance that she's holding her breath.
Never.
Just that's the way she is. Okay, she's just going to continue. And again, notice how slow and perfectly she's doing it. Because she's a star. And 2 more on each side would be fine. Yeah, and she's holding steady. This is a core exercise, as much as anything, if her core is not involved, she's going to shift or drop. But since she's real strong through her core, she'll be able to hold steady. And is this your last one?
I think so.
Me too.
All right.
Okay, so that's enough. I think she did 5, perhaps 6, and now she brought her hips down. She can relax and take it into a hamstring stretch, Em. Yeah. And point and flex through your toes. That's just a nice addition. And she or you can spend more time on this follow-up hamstring stretch if you want. Whatever you want to do with it is up to you. And then I'd suggest you do that again. And again, and again. No, just do it 2 times anyway of 5 reps. And potentially 3 times of 5 reps. And then build it up from there even more. Okay, I think that's it. Are we done?
I think so.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I miss everyone.
Oh, me too.
You know that.
Yeah, I know, this is hard stuff. Em and I laugh sometimes when we think about what everybody's gonna look like when we come back here, like with hair.
Long hair.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun to see everybody when we get that opportunity sometime in the future. Okay, we do miss you, and take good care. Bye for now.